Well, I tend to agree that there's a general problem with the system as a whole, the court system, as you mentioned, and as Your Honor mentioned, the lawyers maybe egging on the process a little bit too much. But my personal take is that it's the litigants, the actual individuals that are part of the process that make it most often more difficult than it needs to be, because we're so emotional. You have to think about it.
Whoa. The litigants? Are you kidding me? I can't even believe you just said that to me just now. Because we come into this having absolutely no idea what to expect. And we expect our attorneys to give us
You do know how to
help.
behave, though. You
Yeah,
do
but
know how to
the
behave.
fact-
You do
the
know how to
second we
treat
walk
each
in
other.
there-
how to behave.
You do know how to treat each other with respect, and you certainly know how to treat your children with
But when
respect. and do
for
what's best
example, when
them.
I first met my attorney, I was on speaking terms with my husband until my attorney said, I'm sorry, don't ever speak to him again. Call me.
But you have
So,
your own
It's
you
a
know-
control issue. The attorney wants to maintain control. They don't want
That's
their
right.
client.
Thank
also
you.
you
That's
have to
exactly
remember-
what
their
we're
own
You have
trying
to
to
know,
control
at
you.
the time of divorce, I know we're adults, but the fact is we are emotionally weak. We
That's
are.
right,
We've
that's
been
right.
beaten down. So when we walk into a lawyer's office, he or she is the authority.
That's right.
You're supposed to take me from this place to that place. So unfortunately, there's a lot more giving over of control to an attorney than adults should give over to any human
but you
being,
shouldn't
especially
give-
when it has
That's
to do with
right.
their
So it's
children.
not the
You should
litigants,
give
it's
them-
us taking your
the
advice.
litigants surely can be
So,
responsible
I
and say to
think
their
that
attorney, I
is-
don't want to end up in that.
Gary,
there
I
are
have to
people who do that.
disagree just a little bit. I do agree that the attorney takes some responsibility in steering the process, but ultimately it's the litigants, and by litigant I mean the individual who is getting the divorce. It's your decision. Every decision that's made throughout
but
the
you don't
process.
know. But listen,
No,
listen.
you're
you
getting your
say to the
advice from your
attorney,
attorneys.
yeah, you
They're
say to the
telling you
attorney,
exactly
I want to
what
sit
to
down
do.
with my husband and
Right.
I want to talk it out with him. Your attorney says, no, that's a terrible idea.
Well,
You're
it's
going to
also
lose money. You're going to ruin
revenue-based.
things.
Right.
I don't know
And
if you're
But
so
you're
to be
playing
so
emotion
strong
I will concede.
when you've never been through
If
this.
your
I will
attorney tells you to
concede
jump
that
off a
there
bridge,
are-
you just jump off a bridge.
Correct.
How high is the
Please,
bridge?
Gary,
exactly?
How high is the
Exactly
bridge
how
and
high.
do I
The
jump?
bottom line is, sure, there are attorneys who push the issue,
But
and
Adam-
I think the judge was going to raise it solely for monetary reasons.
Right.
Sure.
But the reality is you are still an intelligent person who's within
Absolutely.
control of your
Listen,
life.
I-
But
listen,
you are
there are a
so
lot of attorneys
nervous, you don't know what to
Yeah,
expect. And the
there-
reality is, from I think a viewer or a person who's going through this as a layman, you sit down, you don't know what to expect, you're emotionally torn, your home is on the line, your family's on the line, and you meet with your attorney and they are like your spoken word.
When you go to a doctor and you sit down with your doctor just says, okay, tomorrow I want to cut you open, I want to open up your heart. Do you just do it? Or
No,
do
you
very often-
research
You
it.
research it, you
No,
become
but-
informed,
You get
and you
yourself
get your emotions
educated.
under control, and you become educated. Why should that be any different when you're dealing with an attorney than when you're dealing with your
Because
doctor?
it's
Because
a
there's-
rare client that's able to do that.
That's right.
The
And it's a rare
majority of the
patient, by the
clients
way.
are
You're being
beyond.
paid to do that, Judd.
Yes.
We are trusting us, your faith
Right.
is in our hands.
And I trust my
And-
doctor too, and he gets paid.
Right. Liz, may I make this point? Because where I started out going with this is I think that emotions often get in the way. I'm not advocating here today to say that every attorney, is, logical or, well, we're typically logical, but sometimes there is
Thank you
advice
for that.
given that may or may not be in the client's best interest. That's a whole nother topic. But the point I was trying to make is clients often walk into our offices so highly emotionally charged that no matter what advice we give them. I've had clients that I've advised, to try to work things out in an amicable fashion, and they've decided, no, I want to fight. I've had a client say to me, I want to take him for everything he has. No matter how much time it costs me, no matter how much money it costs me, I will pay you every dime in my bank account
And
to
they'd
bring
rather
him
pay
dry.
you
They would
than
rather
let the
pay
other
me.
person
It's
get
so,
the
And I would-
the
money.
I would
answer
agree. I
is,
used to
it's
do-
everything. It's everything.
That's
It's the
correct.
litigant, it's the billable hours, it's the fact that the
You have to
second.
look at me when
Wait,
you do
let me, because I
arms
know
are
you're
high,
right.
Adam.
So
And
the
it is the
reality
system.
is,
It's the
at a
system, too.
$400 an hour fee, when you know that you've seen our finances the second we walk in the door, it's like, hello, okay, I see they earn this much money, so I'm just gonna let this play out for a year, 2 years, play
Well, Liz,
emotion
I
game.
think-
It depends
But it
on
happens. Are you
That
gonna
is
Of
not
course it
fair.
happens. Of course it happens. It happens in every profession, though,
There are
that
bad
you have
people
good
doing
apples
stuff.
and there are
Exactly.
bad
Like
apples.
if you-
I want to hear from the
Listen,
judge.
it's
She
the
knows how I
same thing.
practice.
It's the same thing when you go into a car dealership. If they think you can only afford a $20,000 car, that's what they're going to sell you. But if you can afford a Bentley and they know how much money you have, and that's the car you could pay for it. That's what
They're
you're
gonna
going to
charge
ride
more.
away with. So
Well, I think the higher our rates are, the more logical people are inclined to be, because now you will understand that every fight
Well,
you pick
I will
is
tell
going
you
to cost
something.
you that
The
much more
litigation
money.
does end when the money runs
That's
out.
right.
See, that's the
In
point.
many cases,
so
it
all of a
does
sudden,
happen.
you're all
100%
about,
correct.
you know,
That is true.
motion, because I have the money. Then I don't have the money anymore. Oh, it's time to mediate. Why couldn't I mediate 2 years ago before you took all my money?
Because they didn't have, discovery wasn't complete.
Because
We don't
the
hear
judges
that.
didn't make them go
Right.
fast
Yes.
enough in order to get
So
that
let's
discovery.
give an example, Your Honor,
Yeah.
okay? You've got a person with a $10,000 bank account and a person with a $1 million bank account. You're gonna tell me the attorneys don't say, hey, you know what, you should mediate. Hey, you know what, let's litigate. Come on, I
Well, you're
mean,
required to
you
mediate,
know,
though,
but
the
you are
de-
required.
but
At some
the
point.
deal is, it's a business. This is a business for you guys. And the fact is, you're going to treat it as a business. You're going to either, if you see somebody with a lot of money, you know you can play certain games to feed your own pocketbooks and drag it out much further than you're going to do when somebody comes into your office and they just don't have the money. And the problem with this system, let me just finish this thought, because the problem with this system is that if everybody was treated equally, no matter what their bank accounts were, and the only people that were considered were the children of divorce, and it didn't matter what you earned or what you didn't earn, and every attorney in this room and every judge on the stand thought about those children, then the court system would be working and they'd be making orders and playing less games so that the children don't end up bankrupt and unable to do all the things that they were entitled to do when the parents were married.
Well, let's bring you back from fantasy land into reality.
Right.
No, but that
Because
is
no,
reality, and
no,
that
it's not
should be
reality.
reality.
The reality is you can't go through divorce and not deal with people's finances. Sure, the more complicated the corporation, the more complicated, the more money there is.
That's
There
the
should
more
be a
work
blind
there is.
trust.
No. I'll tell you, and also they'll say.
Shouldn't there?
They'll say, for my children's sake, I need to make sure that I get enough money. So it's not like the children are kicked out of the financial discussion. They are an
correct.
important
No,
piece.
but they're not
And I think, listen,
considered all
look,
the
I don't want
time.
to, listen, to say that every attorney, obviously there are bad apples, like you said.
Correct.
Sure.
And like you said, if you go to a surgeon, surgeons cut. You know, if you go to a surgeon, he's going to say have the operation. You go to somebody who's non-surgical, you'll have a different opinion.
Exactly.
So you have to know that. But when I used to do mediation with couples, I was one of the only psychologists, so I would only do it if the lawyers were in the room. Because if the lawyers weren't in the room, sometimes
They'll
you have
unseal
litigants
the-
say,
they
I
undo the
want
deal."
the moon. And I say,
Right.
excuse me, will you please tell your client
Practical.
what's going to happen if they go to court to kind of bring them back to earth? So there are many attorneys who are surely trying to manage things. But yes, it's a business.